Walton bailed him out on that play. Loving the activity of Oklahoma State defensively. Walton's too good, though.
Look at Evans creating a shot. Wow.
Jimmy's unbelievable. He really maneuvers people.
Led by one with an 8-point run.
And that's what you have to do against this little mini trap. You have to attack it. Irvin did.
Evans right back. Says, I'll get two. Oh, he's explosive. 16-1.
Wow. See if the Cowboys go for a 2-for-1 here. Maybe a quick hitter.
Everything he does is quick.
Evans circles
the wagon.
Yeah,
Where's Steve Nash when you need him?
one more time. Semi-circle that time for two. Mad scramble for it.
He can shoot it.
He's going to take it. And the rebound to Evans.
Nice bump by Solomon. How about that kid? Uses it under control.
Raft, I've watched a lot of basketball, college basketball this year. He might be the best long-range shooter in the game right now. On display here in the second half.
Boy, you turned on Kennard fast, huh?
Hey, you're trying to start stuff here.
This is a nice little setup, I think, for Forte to get a look if they kick it.
Evans got the roll.
And Wilson gave up trailing.
There's the Robinson. Oh, that one too was so close to dropping. Forte.
Oh, this guy's tough. This is a little bit of a Mitch. Look at his pants.
Off the glass for two.
Oh, pick up the lingerie.
Evans puts it up on the rim. Solomon no. Off the floor with it. Hammonds gives it up to Evans.
And all about Here's a nice
Give it up to Wilson. And off the rim.
That's one of those you wish he had finished with a plum.
Evans. What a quick two, and it's down to two.
Oh, my goodness.
To set up anything defensively in the pressure. Here comes Evans. He races in and scores with 4.4 to go. Evans, three-point shot. Got it at the buzzer, but it's one short.
Because the shooters ran wide. Morris would have found the open man, except the layup was a smarter play.
Jawun Evans cruises through traffic for two. First team All Big 12 against first team All Big 12 in that point guard matchup, and that time Jawun Evans wins the battle. Thomas pulls up. Jawun Evans pulls it down. Evans right down the lane. Soft touch at full speed. Forte for three. Short air ball. Saved. Carroll in a battle with Mitru Long. And it's up with Forte. Obviously, with the air ball from Forte, the shot clock did not reset, so now it's down to 9.
Could be a mismatch right here. Thomas and Evans.
Evans off the window. Ball movement to Thomas. Way up in the air for the rebound goes Cam McGriff. Evans lost his balance but kept his eyes on the rim.
Well, they went to the zone, and Morris just stepped back, shot him over the 5'10" Forte.
Jawun Evans, floater is perfect. And he's able to finish. 9 for Bowie.
Jackson gives them that alternate ball handler as well. Allows Morris to rest even though he's still on the court.
Evans around Morris. Lays it in.
What do we say, Bob? You can't let him go right.
Averett, coast to coast. Blocked by Bowie. But laid in by Evans. Just called at the right time.
Absolutely. 5 minutes to go. Reset it. You had the 9-point lead. They looked a little fatigued. Why not?
Evans' floater is there again.
I'm surprised more. What you admire about Steve Prohm is that he kept a lot of the system in place. He tweaked it where he needed to tweak it. And Deontay Burton, to your point, having his best career by far, like best season.
Big shot from Jawun Evans. Much higher skilled opponent as Burton gets a little lazy down the lane and gives it up with 1:12 to go. Evans, an easy two. Brad Underwood wants a timeout. 10 points.
Threes, best in OSU history and one of the best shooters to ever play in the Big 12.
His career's not over as Evans steps back, knocks down a three. Oklahoma State.
Bubble teams are going to be doing, or if any bids are going to be stolen along the way, as it were, by upset winners in some of these conference tournaments. I said earlier today on our air that I thought K-State might need 2 wins in Kansas.
Up top.
Forte back in the game. Gets the inbounds pass from Carroll. What would you like to see the Cowboys do on this possession?
Get the ball to Jawun Evans, let him create for himself or others.
Evans calls his own number and knocks it down. Because there's Pops. Phil Forte Jr. watching.
Upset.
And to your point, 71% of Big 12 games were decided by 10 points or fewer this season. Just an incredibly exciting season in the Big 12. And seasons on this floor, but Josh Jackson hasn't played in any of those games.
Well, there's where Josh Jackson has the maturity about his game. There's not many freshman guards or wings in this case that can post up and have the patience in the post like Josh Jackson. Most of them are used to just playing face up to the basket, take their guy off the dribble.
He's 1 rebound away from his 12th double-double this season. And there's Evans.
He got the good pass from Carroll, just didn't look it into his hands.
Mark that one down with under 7 to go. A 4-point swing puts Kansas up 75-68. 6.5 to go. Evans at will. Minutes for Gerald Vick. He has 7 points tonight. It's a 9-point Kansas lead. Evans with 18 points, 13 assists. And he adds to it.
Evans looking to answer, and he does.
That's big.
Burton's been quiet so far. Thomas, a wide open look. And that time he can't hit.
The fact that he even pass faked and he was so wide open.
Evans weaving. And man, is he quick.
Yeah, he's so.
Burton catch, shoot off the glass. And Carroll rebounds. Evans, wow.
Really well. He's like 245, 250, but he gets off the ground so quickly.
Yeah, he's a guard. That one scooped up and in by Morris, looking for some movement. Gets a 3 opening. Can hit. Bowie fighting for the loose ball. Cowboys rip the board. Evans flips it up and in.
Well, that's just a 4. All that is the guys that are going to the line. You got to remember the shooters, and Thomas and Michu Long and Monte Morris, they're not really penetrators. That's Jawun Evans, man. He's been phenomenal. He's out of the play, and that gave the free run to Michu Long.
Huge play right there. Under 2 to go. Evans with another. It's Thomas wide open for an easy basket. How about that? Evans for 3. Gets that one. What a game.
To move the ball first. You've got to move it first. Get gaps to open. And then Evans, who is terrific at driving and getting the foul line. Then you attack.
Cowboys have started this half 0 for 4. And that all changes. An amazing turnaround for the Red Raiders. And silence 12th ranked Virginia.
the double-edged sword of the Big 12 is you go through stretches, even good ball clubs like this Tech team we talked a lot about, where you struggle to find wins. The other side of it is, because the league's so good and balanced, there's always opportunity for quality wins. You can always control your own destiny. Pull out a win or two.
What a tough shot for Jawun.
Reminds me of some of those teams that Kansas had. They get from one into the other fast. So if you make a mistake and don't finish that easy one, I mean, they go from one end of the floor quickly.
How tough! But again, time running thin on the Red Raiders.
Make a run there on Evans.
Evans. Oh. He's a highlight reel.
Minutes to go. Halftime coming up with Matt and Dino. A lot to talk about. It's been a busy evening so far in college basketball. 2 seconds. Evans got the three just ahead. The stick back for Wade doesn't go. Rolls right off.
Kansas State just rushing their shots at the rim. Point blank.
Evans found a little seam. It closed quickly, but he still throws rear view mirror with a deuce. Evans for three. You bet. Turned upside down since the midway point of the first half. Stokes stripped again. Another turnover for K-State. They've got a baker's dozen.
Stokes tried to attack against the pressure and make Oklahoma State pay, but Oklahoma State with their new and improved help defense closed the door quickly.
Evans, the floater, and he got it.
And then you add in the fact that you just got one of the top recruits in the country on Thursday. Trey Young from Norman North High School stays home to play for Lon Kruger and the Sooners. He immediately makes this team a contender.
A league that is embarrassingly rich with point guards just got another one who'll be a freshman next year. 5 on the shot clock. Evans kept his pivot foot, and they'll call goaltending. Reason why the Sooners snapped a 7-game losing streak.
Yeah, he's a young man that only started playing basketball his sophomore year in high school. He was cut as a freshman, but he was also only 5'10", and then he grew to 6'7" by the end of his sophomore year.
Swing the ball around. Evans tries again from 3. This time he hits. In the country are the Sooners. And another turnover. Chance to make it a one-possession ball game. Ten to shoot for the Pokes. Evans turns the corner and knocks down the jumper. And that's the first of his career.
And to me, it seems just this Oklahoma team is playing with a looseness about them, a confidence. They're just playing really free. And look at that. That's shake and bake.
Taken away by Averett. Here's Evans at the other end. The left-handed layup is good. 78, 2-possession ball game, 6:45 to go.
This is my first Bedlam, but I could go for this every year.
It's lived up to the billing.
No doubt.
Evans. Fake, and he knocks it down.
But a huge mistake by Devon Dillard. You have to know who you're closing out to. That is a scouting report. This is a guy that's only made 1 3, and it was tonight.
10 for 13 from the field.
Remember, the 5 players on the floor right now for Oklahoma, 3 of them weren't wearing Sooner uniforms last year. Odoms and McNeese were big players on a Final Four team. And in front of a packed house, the in-state rivalry game, having some of their best nights.
7 to shoot. Now 5. Here's Evans alone for 3.
How good have these teams been? And I don't care if they don't get any stops. I want to see everybody score on every possession. As the Cowboys have been down a majority of the night, the hardest thing is to get over the hump. And when I say get over the hump, is to get the lead. Important possession here for the Pokes.
Evans in the paint. Oklahoma. Carroll, second leading scorer on this team, on the bench, fouled out.
Try to get to the rim if you're Oklahoma State. Put pressure on the officials to make a call. Evans again! And one!
Jansky, the 6'11 junior from Slovakia.
Oklahoma State never got organized on that transition defense set. Just got matched up and never got inside against Braziansky.
He has their last 11 points. Henrich Williams missed the shot. Oklahoma State can take the lead back. Evans flips it up, got the bounce.
Everywhere and really trying to force you to make mistakes off the bounce or on the catch. But now it's more patience on the defensive end of the floor, more help. Still a lot of pressure on the basketball, but the other four, one pass away, you're in the lane, up the line a little bit, and then everybody else is in help.
Evans, he's got 6 here.
JD with the hops, the jump stop, and the finish, the teardrop in the middle.
Evans, teardropping set.
We're trending towards that here in this building. You still, at times, the fans come a little late, and they're not always supportive, but it's really going in the right direction, that's for sure, because this building is beautiful.
Evans got the bounce. Right now, Joe Lenardi has him as the next 4 out, but they're certainly in the conversation as Braziansky misses from 3. And I'll say it again, a big possession here for Oklahoma State. Evans drives it. Takes it into the paint, kicks it out for Miller. Good look, but doesn't get it to go.
That was good push by Robinson after the miss by Evans, but TCU better clean up their ball screen defense because Evans is getting anywhere he wants all the way to the rim.
Two-point guards in there now for Oklahoma State. Evans and Avery. It's Evans floating it up. Wow, great touch again by...
I'm going to run the clock out until TCU gambles and makes a mistake. And a good guy to have the ball in his hands. But if TCU relaxes and just waits for him to run the clock out, he'll go get a bucket even before the shot clock expires.
7-second differential between game and shot clock. Evans backs up, jumper, got it! Huge clutch!
With that and live all the way from second grade on. A young man has shown quite a bit of grit over the course of time.
And oh, by the way, he's playing basketball at a very high level his freshman season.
It's his first year as Evans ball. Texas will get it back after leaving some points on the table. Allen had it stripped away. Here comes Evans on the run. Jawun Evans seeking the rim. Has 3 to trigger. He does. Caught rim. Back on the backboard. And here comes Solomon at Oklahoma State.
Well, they better find Forte.
Evans wrangles through.
Knock that one down. What a great defensive play by Mitchell Solomon.
Quick shot for Texas. Boy, Shaka Smart said earlier today to his team, Oklahoma State's going to come out with a lot of energy. Keep your poise. Evans with
he has already had 2 top 10 Sports Center moments, and that one, they're going to have to be a lot of good plays for that now to be the 3rd entry this season.
Floater's good for Evans. He's so on the corner for 3.
Boy, the Horns needed that 3.
11 with 90 seconds to go is the lead. Solomon to juggle.
There's a dangerous pass by Jeffrey Carroll. You do not want to throw the ball parallel down the free throw line extended.
Evans tunneling in. Beautiful.
And there is LeConte. 3-time Big 12 Player of the Week. 42% three-point shooter. The last 3 games he has really shot it well from the outside. The lead is 21-16 Bears.
Well, that was good recognition by Baylor, understanding Oklahoma State never got comfortable in that zone.
Evans, our best work, wasn't it? We were great during that technical difficulty.
You know who was good? It was Scott Drew, because he took advantage. He saw Lindy Waters matched up against this. Went right to him, and now right on the season for the 3. You got to take your time and run good offense and get back and be solid on the defensive end.
Evans, that's what they need.
Can make good decisions.
Evans.
They're going to extend and gamble. Keep looking to score.
Another turnover. Evans! And LeConte has lost it. 10-0 run. Baylor trying to stop it. They can tie. Evans got it.
Great feet. That he really moves his feet well, especially guarding on the ball or navigating through screens.
Coach Huggins says that Carter might be the best defensive player ever here at West Virginia. But a great take and off the...
Time to go to a Bob Huggins practice.
West, that's a heat check right there. A little too far out of his range. Here's Evans with the teardrop. That's why he's one of the best point guards in the Big 12.
5-point swing. And maybe momentum is in your advantage if Carroll gets the dunk.
That's 9 points for Carter, his first triple of the night. 47-42, West Virginia. Nice floater from Evans. He is one of the best. Here's Evans attacking the pressure and getting it to go. And he's down and hurt. A blowout win, but the tables have turned this evening in Morgantown. And Brad Underwood's team on top by 2.
And it's good to see Jawun Evans back in the game.
Yeah. Evans and Carter, terrific matchup. Evans with the blow-by.
That's where. This is what I love about college basketball.
Evans got the foul and one.
At OU until missing those 4 games earlier this year, and boy did they ever miss him when he was out. They looked like a rudderless ship. Knocking down a 3 is Jawun Evans. So Oklahoma still with a couple of fouls, or at least one more foul to give. So Oklahoma State's now over the limit with 6 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, they switch Doolittle onto Evans. Let's see if he thinks this is a mismatch. But they'll switch right back. Can't go under.
And he makes them pay again, Jawun Evans. Doolittle. Short.
Got to get back and get 5 in the lane so this guy doesn't get all the way.
Evans, old school floater goes down. Evans going under the ball screen.
Rastatter, Marcus Pettigrew, and we are underway in Stillwater, and it's the Cowboys and Jawun Evans that will have the first possession.
Going to see a lot of man-to-man. Arkansas opening up with their typical pressure on the ball.
Mitchell Solomon hands off to Evans. Evans down the right side of the lane, floats it up and making his last off Evans, but it stays with the Pokes. Here's Evans. Tough shot.
Watch up the defense. Looks like they're retreating back perhaps to a zone or man-to-man because it's just not working. You either go full court or come back, and they have done just that. They're down into a zone defense with a 2-3.
Griff setting the screen for Evans down the right side of the lane. It opened that one to fall. Wow.
McGriff did an outstanding job contesting the shot. Dusty did a better job with the left arm, warding him off.
Dixon, he's got Kenrich Williams, who came in from New Mexico Junior College. Of course, player. This is toe on the line, and Evans, a perimeter shot. Radzianski reads the double. This by Michael Williams, who didn't play against Baylor.
And a good look right there as we talked to Jamie Dixon this afternoon. And he's exactly right. He said we were on a couple made shots in that game being different. They just couldn't quite get him to go down.
Evans twice with a
4 for 20. And he's the type of guy that can help carry a team for stretches until somebody else gets going. That's exactly what's happened here for TCU. All those games at the end of last year. He really hasn't been through the Big 12 grind yet. So he's going to have stretches where he's not as good. And he's going to have stretches where he's way good.
Like that 3.
Good pass from Jawun Evans.
Good place to go, Evans. Off the top
of that position. And it's just difficult in this league with the craftiness and intelligence and ability of players not to stay out of foul trouble.
And speaking of,
TCU will not go away. They counterpunch with back-to-back threes to get within 2.
Tough-minded team. And that's an extension of their coach in Jamie Dixon. They do not panic.
Bronzianski's out on Evans going, wait a minute, where's the small on the big? Somewhere you got to get a mismatch. Bronzianski stays on and Evans switch back.
And Evans hits it 2.
Little slinky toy that would go down the stairs. I mean, he gets shots that no other people can get.
Well, he says the best thing he's done is learn how to keep the ball up. But
and TCU answers. Robinson has come alive with 11 second-half points after Evans has 20. Remember how good Evans was. 35 against UConn, 30 against North Carolina early in the season. Play through Evans with 10 to shoot. This has all happened at the end. TCU had this thing until Jawun Evans said, my game, my place.
And it wasn't that TCU played poorly. It's that Oklahoma State did what was necessary.
Fueled by the Evans of November and December. And give Evans 2 more.
United Supermarkets Arena, the site. Oklahoma State looking for its first Big 12 win of the year at Texas Tech. And we are underway in a place that Texas Tech has won 17 straight games. Jason Benetti, Reed Geddes along with you. And Oklahoma State has it first. And the point guard, Jawun Evans, a mishandle for a team that has played some close games this year, been in most of those losses.
Within one possession the last 5 minutes of every loss. And the challenge for...
Phil Forte, 21 points. He and Carroll have 46 of the 81 for Oklahoma State. Thomas certainly hasn't given up the ranch defensively on this possession, staying with Evans. Now he turns the corner, and Evans shows that brilliant
to jump. Officials in the game, Rick Crawford, Patrick Adams, and to Darren George. Oklahoma State controls, working right to left.
Both teams will play a lot of pressure man-man. Kansas State will do a lot of switching with that versatility on the perimeter.
Here's Evans, reigning Big 12 Freshman of the Year. He'll launch a 3, and a good early shot.
All healthy, you can see he's got more of a bounce in his step.
Wonder has it taken away by Evans. And Jawun Evans finishes at the other end. That's a goal.
Decision that time by Hammond. Snead is right up in his face.
A lob from Brown to Snead, not there. Here come the Cowboys. Evans, he's got 11. He does not have to be a scorer to impact the game. He does so many things for Bruce Weber. Evans gets the basket and the percent from the field.
Oh, Bruce Weber made that very known to us today. We've got to do a better job in second halves. He said, I have to trust my bench as well. I think we've been worn out at the end of games.
Evans off back.
You just keep doing what you're doing. You get 71 points with 11:52 to go. So you're doing the right thing on the offensive end of the floor. You don't want to just stand around and attack. You've got to just keep running your stuff and try to control.
Exclamation.
Kansas State is really taking advantage now. being aggressive, strong, finishing at the other end.
Evans uncontested.
One thing we've seen from the Cowboys in this first half, good patience in the half court.
Elbow jumper is perfect for Jawun Evans. There's the mid-range, shooting the three. They are now 3 for 13 as a team. Stutter step dribble. Oh, boy. Softly with the left hand. Jawun Evans.
Burton had it blocked by Solomon. And then
Beautiful
stick back.
Beautiful delivery by Morris. Just feeling that double coming off that screen and then hitting the roll man Burton, who stayed with it.
Evans, nice floater over the top of it tonight. Will that be the ultimate difference? We'll see.
Oh, you know, Iowa State's not going to turn it over. And in Oklahoma State's wins, they turn people over 19 per game. In their losses, only 14. They've got to take care of the basketball much better on their own end.
That's a good start for Jawun.
He is finally feeling more comfortable playing that position for Iowa State.
Getting in close is Evans and scoring. Long attacks went right around Carroll.
Got that space because Oklahoma State's gambling with the pressure, but
excited in Morgantown.
Oh boy. 13 for Motley. 8 of those in the second half. The lead is 6 for the Bears. Still a little over 3 minutes to go. Evans the floater. Good.
Wow.
That is Oklahoma State's defense. They're the aggressive.
Jones pull up, misses everything. Rebound from Cameron McGriff. Evans off and running, elevates, and gets the roll.
Those compound over the course of a game, Lord.
Yeah.
You know, you throw in the turnovers, the bad decisions and shots, and over time, they just compound the problem and make it difficult, especially against a team as good and disciplined as an Oak State.
Evans knocks it down. Will save that one. And turnover number 5 for this Texas team. Evans pulling up. Splash.
To make difficult plays, and particularly in the half-court situations.
Big offensive rebound off the missed free throw, and Evans. Evans drawing contact high off the glass, and it's
West Virginia off to a hot shooting start today. 8 of 10 from the field.
Normally a 48% team from the field. Very hot.
Evans, the drive, and he gets it to roll in. In that first half for the Cowboys, he had 10.
The Oklahoma State needs Forte and Carroll to step it up in the second half.
Well, it was noticeable right there. Adrian's trying to get a quick third foul on Evans, and he came close to doing it, but here's Evans trying to claim. Evans will play on whatever's bothering him. I don't know if it's a contact lens, if he wears those, whatever the case is. That's up and good.
Coach at this level. The tip-off noon here The final non-conference game for the Cowboys, and they control it. Evans with the basketball.
And just to touch on the Cam McGriff injury, if this were a West Virginia played game today, he would play. But sitting him out gives another 8 days for that knee to heal. The most important part of the season, obviously, Mike, as we all know, begins December 30th with Big 12 conference play.
Shot clock at 6 for the Cowboys. Evans will drive, put it up off the glass and good.
That last possession, did a great job, Gasson did, of moving his feet.
Evans, nice clean look, a toe on the line, but it looks like they passed down some decent shots earlier, not on that possession necessarily. Evans in a 3. That one a little quick from Zach Brown.
That was a test after he made the first one.
Evans so comfortable with that shot. A little tight here to start the game on the offensive end.
They finally get a basket, so they get themselves into full court pressure, and that's been part of the issue. That really Oklahoma State has been able to come down and run their half-court offense.
Jawun Evans
brought it back down, gathered himself,
and Evans hits a 3.
Answers the call. You go under the
handles.
Biggest were no options for McDuffie to get rid of it, hence the turnover.
Evans, incredible shot off the top of the window, top of the square, after he cupped it.
You know, if you're Wichita State, obviously you'd love to get Kansas in a home and home, or Kansas State in a home and home. Kudos to Coach Underwood and Coach Kruger.
Incredible drive by Evans, and a perfect shot again off the top of the square. How low was his dribble when he split the double team?
No harm, no foul. Willis is holding his jaw. He might disagree with you.
Evans with the basketball. Just make sure you keep a close tabs on Jawun Evans over the next couple of years.
The way he has started off this season, and certainly tonight, if you're an Oklahoma State fan, you're hoping he is there for a couple of more seasons.
20
weather through all season long.
Nice little runner by Pine Bluff gives them a 6-4 lead.
Important thing for the Cowboys when you're going against the zone is to get inside just like that with Leighton Hammonds and make that defense converge.
Here's Evans with the ball. And the little runner is good. First.
The pressure, not wanting to allow his team to get lackadaisical and think that this game's over.
Bayless tried for the big follow slam. He had one of those in the first half, but came up empty.
It was interesting. Gasson only played 6 minutes in the first half. Don't know if he did something that Coach Underwood didn't like, but this to me would be a type of game that you would want to get him a lot of playing time.
Here he is. Gives it up to Waters. A couple of freshmen on the floor. And there's Jawun Evans.
Last year tore a ligament in his left elbow. Now Evans with the steal against Cowan. They try to grab the rebound, tipped it up and in.
Generally, you try to score points for your own team.
The floater from Evans, smooth. 15 to shoot for Brantley. He had it knocked away. Here's Evans against Cowan. Got the roll. The last 4 Cowboy possessions. 0 for 2, 2 turnovers, but Evans. Little burst here from the Terps to begin the second half.
Man-to-man for Maryland.
Shot clock at 6 for Evans. Down to 3. Evans got it off and got it to go with
what they so desperately need.
Don with 12 points. 10 have come in this crucial second half as Trimble falls down and now recovers.
And how about Don? Don goes out and forces Forte to forego the three-point shot until Trimble gets there to guard it.
Evans over Don. Got it to go.
So you've got to get the first good look that you can find.
Evans with 14.
And you would expect Evans to be the guy that initiates.
A one-point game. Evans off the glass. Got the roll. Jawun Evans.
The things to understand and also to get better.
Evans with a steal. Layup and a...
You know, part of that is they did a great job, and they're so talented. And there goes Evans again.
Misses the second. Waters with the board. Here comes Evans. Spin, shoots the 3.
Matchup of premier point guards. This will be the same.
Another pick for Evans. 5th steal of the game. He lays it in. Sit down from 20 feet.
They have guys that can make shots. And with the first half that they had, in addition to the way they finished the first half, coming in here, the second stands with a lot of confidence. Carroll with shots like that. But kept in front. Didn't let him turn the corner, contested a shot. And that's got to be the commitment every possession.
And Gasson with the rebound. How about that?
Donald Foy was playing for Colgate, and Yaya Ja, Boubacar Au, and Ruben Boomche were all members of the Hoyas in that game. Evans up and in. Iverson through conference play. The Cowboys wound up losing 10 of their last 11, finishing 3-15 in league play, but much higher expectations this year, in large part due to the
Oklahoma State gets the ball in right away. They don't waste any time. Really, the goal for Oklahoma State is to get the ball down court, and if they can score in the first 7 seconds of the shot clock, do it.
Evans will try, and he will.
Just the knack. He got it right. Well, LJ Peak saved a bucket there, and it turned into a bucket for Georgetown.
Hoyas trying to hang around. Down a dozen in the final minute of the first half.
Comes the ball screen.
Evans lays it up and in again. Boy, he is a warning and Mutombo all out there at the same time. You'd have some rim protectors, wouldn't you?
No question.
And here come the Cowboys again. Evans. And no need to rush into anything. But the way this lead has grown, Oklahoma State really getting anything it wants to offensively right now. Evans wide open for 3. Winning 104-61. That's an impressive drive for Justin Jackson.
Well, you're not going to be able to run as much offense as you would like against Oklahoma State. You're going to have to drive the ball, and that's
filling in as a starting wing player, and he's had some good games on the young season already.
Well, Kenny Williams can really shoot it. Didn't have a great year as a freshman shooting the ball. Struggled to shoot it a bit. What a shot by Jawun.
Points in the paint for Carolina.
Right now, Carolina is cutting up Oklahoma State, and this is a good defense that thrives off of creating turnovers. They can't seem to create any off of North Carolina. What a shot. He scratches in every box of that box score.
And to your point, 40 free throw attempts in the first 4 games of the season for Evans, who buries the jump. On ESPN, the Badgers defeating Georgetown earlier tonight, 73-57. Evans inside again. How creative. Another one. Britt to Meeks to Bradley.
Yeah, that is just pretty basketball.
What a crossover by Evans. He'll pull up from 17 and bury.
Over ball handling responsibilities because Marcus Gage had been the point guard. And he moved off the ball to be more of a shooting guard.
Evans driving step back jumper.
To this lead, and Carolina instead extends it.
Evans with a left hand, yes.
This is And Tony Bradley did a great job of coming up to almost give the impression of a screen and just opened up the middle.
Evans for three. Unbelievable. He's got 20. Well, one thing Oklahoma State's going to have to do, they're going to have to get some production from players other than number one in Lindy Waters that has a chance to be a really good player. He's one of those guys that can emerge as another scorer. Leighton Hammonds has just fouled out. He's going to have to be a more potent scorer. Evans again. Weaker competition in the first three games, but it is not going their way. A lot of their offense, or a good part of their offense, sometimes comes from their defense. They force so many turnovers, a lot of pressure, but it really hasn't had that kind of.
It looks like a team that really values defense, and you know, if you want to be nitpicky about this game, they haven't done the best job on the defensive glass.
A lot of these freshmen to grow up in a hurry and really help. Picked second in the American Conference behind Cincinnati coming into the season. We're tied at 3. Evans buries a three-pointer to put the Cowboys back on top. He's averaging 18.7 points per game and 8 rebounds per game. Granted, the competition will get tougher, but right now, they're getting anything they want. Jawun.
It's a frenetic pace, and they're turning it over as a result.
And another steal. Look at the hands by Evans.
Larrier's hurt.
Larrier still down at the other end of the court as Evans will finish. Now they'll blow the whistle. And Terry Larrier.
And that's what Evans is capable of doing. He can be so dynamic off the dribble and attacking the basket, and a good finisher.
At one point in this game, it was 18-3. It's now 24-19. Evans gets away from Adams, and the runner is good. Well, he loves that shot.
Well, he's got a lot of game, doesn't he? Shoot the ball. But going 40 minutes against the Tar Heels, they're going to have to shoot it really well.
The report on Larrier as Evans buries another 3. The report on Netherlands back into the game now for Oklahoma State. Evans had it partially rejected, tips it back up and in.
Gasson. Now more than ever, it's important to take care of the ball,
which they didn't do, and Evans made him pay. Who's got 21 points in the second half alone.
When Evans was all over him. What a great play.
Evans into the chest of Brima, and it will go.
And Brima couldn't really do anything about that. Since those early problems, early being most of the first half, he has been absolutely spectacular in the second half.
Jay, UConn is shooting 67% in the second half.
They've been much stronger with the ball. They're not turning it over, and they're driving it. They're spreading the floor more, driving it, and their defense has improved quite a bit. Oklahoma State seems like they're trying to burn some clock.
Down to 5. Evans will have to make a play. Driving on Purvis, floater, and what a soft touch, plus the soft rims, and it's back to 11.
Just 2 seconds on the shot clock.
They get it off and banked home by Evans. How about that?
What a player.
In traffic. They've gotten close to the rim a couple of times, but nothing doing for UNO. Evans all the way down, the floater good.
Last possession when New Orleans laid it in off pressure. In this possession, the Cowboys were matched up. It's that simple.
Evans, a little hesitation, created
a roll and executing well at both ends.
And Evans on the steal at midcourt, he'll lay it in.
Evans recognizes that. And with a guy like Carroll, you just throw it up to the rim, and he can make something of it.
Evans for 3. That time by Thibodeau. Evans high off the glass. Side the three-point line, and the Bears are on the door.
And that's Brooks right there. And we talk a lot about Howard, but Brooks is really a nice compliment to him. Leading scorer against Wisconsin Friday, where he had 12 points. But he's another guard that can really score for Central Arkansas.
Evans with
extended that left knee. He is going to give it a go tonight, though, guys.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, that's
good news.
Yeah, that's good news. I mean, that'll definitely be sore tomorrow in the next few days, but that's something that you can recover from.
And Evans correct.
It's your old classic penetrate and pitch, drive and kick. So you got to keep the guys up front, not let them get deep. An 8-point lead, little momentum.
Howard with a miss, but Evans comes away with it. And with the finish on the other end. The freebies, at least one of them. 11-point lead for the Cowboys. How about that for Evans? And the Bears capitalize.
Transition defense is protect the rim, work inside out, stop the ball high. I don't think there's any of that. Jeffrey Carroll got his body turned around. Lost sight of his man right there.
16-footer.